Oh. Oh. Hello? Not really. I've been really caught up filming The Endangerment of Earth. I've been considering doing some reviews. The main game's 20 hours long. I don't have time to review all that. Hey, did you ever play that old Over the Hedge game? What? Oh, calm down. It's just Over the Hedge of the game. Honestly, I played it when I was little. It's fine. Bye. Well, I don't know what that was all about. When I was young, I played a game based on the movie Over the Hedge, which was basically about a raccoon trying to get food for a bear after getting all of the food rammed by a truck.
Doing the right things never felt so dumb!
Now, you'd think this would make a decent game, but this only scored a 51 on Metacritic, so that's kind of worrying. Also to do with the fact that the DS port got a 71. Because of this is why we're going to use Brian, my test subject.
Why am I here?
Right, don't question that. Anyway, this is how we're going to see what it's like when the human teenager subjected to Over the Hedge, the video game. Off you go, Brian. This is going to be fun.
I want to eat. I want.
Food is what you'll get, hamster. Enough food to fill a bear cave, hopefully. Okay, everyone, pay attention.
Oh, look at the light.
He does that. This game is a 3D button masher kind of game. And when I say that, I mean you are always bashing the attack button. And this gets very boring really quickly. It can take up to 3 minutes just to defeat one wave of enemies. At most, 3 minutes. And this is getting really frustrating, especially during the end of the game when the enemies start getting harder. You start by attacking these rats. Apparently the Verminator, you know, the guy whose job it is to exterminate and kill rats, has been putting mind control helmets on them to make them attack you. This guy clearly doesn't understand what his job is. You then move on to moles, armadillos, and even bears. They even breed junk food when you kill them. I mean, you should probably go through a sitting of the movie before you watch this, because the game doesn't explain anything that's going on or why. It doesn't explain anything. But not that that would be important, because, well, the movie ends after the first 3 levels. We're not following the movie anymore. We're not playing Over the Hedge. We're playing...
It's Over the Edge!
And Over the Edge, you basically go around doing heists for whatever these furry little balls of stupidity are after, like laptops, projectors, and most importantly, food! It makes an okay concept for some levels, I'll give it that, but it doesn't really change up any of the environments till halfway through the game, and there's a huge lack of bosses to face. Why are there DVDs scattered around in the gardens? Well, what do you know? Fox stole those DVDs. You can unlock some stuff in the game that you can access later on, like hats that are scattered around in the garden. I really do like how there is a little bit of a selection of mini-games that you can play in the hub world, though most of them are kart racers, but they do make a nice little change for all the repetitive button mashing. I find it kind of funny how they managed to get advertising for other DreamWorks properties into this game. Like, they've managed to sneak advertising for Shrek Super Slam, Shark Tale and Madagascar the Games. I mean, at one point Vincent the Bear is just sitting there watching Shrek with popcorn. Speaking of Vincent, apparently he got turned over to the good guy's side to go and attack the exterminator.
Look, everybody, it's Vincent!
Must eat annoying raccoon.
Honestly, Vincent, I wouldn't blame you, go ahead. The cutscenes are actually one of the best parts of the entire game, as they understand the characters and their chemistry.
It doesn't taste like blackberry.
Alright, gather round. This is us here, this here is me, and this line here represents the stick I'm holding.
Vern, if I may? Little thing called the 21st century. Look it up sometime, Pops.
Reptile.
This game can leave your head feeling numb with boredom, as there isn't much different to do. All the levels are basically the same, and there's no real point in trying to complete this thing. It tries to get you to replay levels by giving you loads of other objectives to do, but honestly, I couldn't have cared less. This game is so boring, and having the cutscenes be one of the best parts of the game is not something to be proud of. Do not play this abomination. Go play Spider-Man. Go play God of War. Go play Battlefront 2 for all I care. Just stay away from this.